What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
For the Mirabelle dress, I'm going to start with white yarn and then 3mm hook. So row 1, I'm going to start by chaining 31. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so after chaining 31, next row 2, I'm going to make 1 single crochet each. So I'm going to skip the first chain from the hook and start my single crochet 1 next stitch. So at the end of row 2, you should have 30 single crochet. Alright, so next row, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work and then start my single crochet 1 into the same stitch where I did my chain 1. So next 2 stitches, 1 single crochet, and then I'm going to increase next stitch. So 1 and 2. Then I'm going to increase next stitch. So for row 3, next 2 stitches, 1 single crochet, and then increase next stitch. At the end of row 3, you should have 40 single crochet. 1, 2, then increase. Okay, so done with my row 3. The next row 4, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. So for row 4, next 6 stitches, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to make 1 half double crochet next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Then next 4 stitches, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then next 2 stitches again, 1 half double crochet. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to make 1 single crochet to the next 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet. 1 and 2. Then next 4 stitches, 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet. 1, 2. Then the remaining 6 stitches, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Okay. So at the end of row 4, you still have 40 single crochet. The next row 5, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. So for row 5, I'm going to start now building the sleeves. So the next 6 stitches, I'm going to make 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to chain 2, then skip 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then into the 9th stitch, I'm going to make 1 single crochet. This first single crochet counted to the next 12 stitches. So I'm going to make in total of 12 single crochet to the next 12 stitches. So this is the first. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I'm going to chain 2 again, then skip again 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then into the 9th, I'm going to start my single crochet. So the remaining 5 stitches, I'm going to make 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the next row, row 6, I'm going to start by chaining 1 and then turn my work. The next 6 stitches, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then into this chain 2, I'm going to make 1 single crochet each. So 1 and 2. Okay, the next 12 stitches, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, then 1 single crochet again in each stitch for the chain 2 gap. So 1 and 2. Then the last 6 stitches, 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so at the end of row 6, you should have 28 single crochet. The next row, row 7 to 11, I'm going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 5 rows of 1 single crochet. In every end of the row, you need to chain 1 and then turn your work. Then start single crochet 1 each stitch. So I'm going to finish first my 5 rows of 1 single crochet.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
Okay, so done with my 5 rows of 1 single crochet. So I'm going to finish now the stitch here. And then cut the yarn. Then next I'm going to create now the collar or the ruffle collar here. So I'm going to start to the foundation chain. This is the chain for the tail. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first stitch and then single crochet 1. Okay, so this tail, I'm going to bring this together with the stitch, also the second tail. So for the collar, I'm going to start with single crochet 1 each. So I'm going to start into the same stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cut now the tail 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so you should have 30 single crochet at the end of row 1 for the collar. The next row, row 2, I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then I'm going to turn my work and then double crochet 3 times into the same stitch. So 1, 2 and 3, and then slip stitch, same stitch. And then for the gap, I'm going to skip 1 single crochet and then start the new detail next stitch. So slip stitch and then double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, 3, then slip stitch, same stitch. And then again for the gap, I'm going to skip 1 single crochet, start my new details next stitch. So I'm going to slip stitch, then 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, then slip stitch again, same stitch. Okay, so I'm going to finish first mine. You should have at least 14 ruffle or details at the end of row 2.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
Okay, so done with my row 2. Then next I'm going to change the yarn to black. And then I'm going to chain 1, okay, so after chaining 1, I'm going to turn my work and then working to the edges of this ruffle. So next 3 stitches for the bow, I'm going to make 1 single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and then for the gap I'm going to make a slip stitch, so in between these 2 detail. So again 1 single crochet, next 3 stitches, then slip stitch for the gap. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that all the way back. One, 2, 3, slip stitch.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
So done with my black edges. This is the edges for the ruffle here. Then next I'm going to create now finish the sleeves. So done with the collar, and this is how it looks like when it's done. So next I'm going to finish now the sleeves. So working at the back stitch, so I'm going to insert my hook here and then use the white yarn again. Okay, and then chain or single crochet 1. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet next 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, then I'm going to cut now the rest of the tail. So I have 12 stitches all the way around. The next row I'm going to make another 1 single crochet all the way around in 3 rounds. So 3 rows of 1 single crochet, so you still have 12 stitches each round. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
So done with the first sleeves. Then next I'm going to change the yarn to black and then continue creating 1 single crochet at row 6. So I still have 12 single crochet at the end of row 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so I'm going to cut now the yarn and then hide the tail. So now I'm going to create the skirt. So for the skirt you need 3 shades of blue. The first one that I'll be using is the light one, this is the second one, and then the darker one is the last row. So I'm going to start now with the light blue. Then I'm going to place my work like this and then start where this tail. And then I'm going to insert my hook direct to the last stitch here and then begin with the slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to bring these 2 tails because I'm going to bring that together with the stitch. So first I'm going to chain 2 and then into the same stitch I'm going to make 1 double crochet. So 1, and the next stitch I'm going to increase the double crochet. So 2 double crochet, same stitch. I'm going to repeat that, 1 double crochet next stitch and then 2 double crochet next stitch. At the end of row 1 you should have 42 double crochet.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
Okay, so done with my row 1. The next row, row 2, I'm going to connect now the ends together. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first double crochet stitch and then make a slip stitch. So for next row, row 2, I'm going to start by chaining 2. So for row 2, I'm going to make 1 double crochet to the next 2 stitches. So the first double crochet, I'm going to make that into the same stitch. So 1 and 2. Then I'm going to increase the double crochet next. So 2 double crochet, same stitch. I'm going to repeat that all the way around. At the end of row 2, you should have 56 double crochet. 1, 2, increase.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
Okay, so done with my row 2. I have 56 double crochet stitches at the end of row 2. So I'm going to finish the increasing stitches at the end of row 2. So that's the next rows. I'll be going to make only 1 double crochet in each stitch. So the next row, row 3, 4, and 5, 3 rows of 1 double crochet each. For that, I'll be using this color. And then for row 6 and 7, I'm going to change again the yarn with this darker blue color. So in every end of the row, you need to slip stitch or connect your stitch into the top of the first double crochet. Then create a slip stitch. Okay, so done with my row 2. I have now in total of 56 double crochet at the end of row 2. So the next row, row 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to use this color. So 3 rows of 1 double crochet each with this color. Then next row, row 6 and 7, I'm going to change again the yarn with this darker blue color. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how I change the yarn. So in every end of the row, you need to connect the stitch like this. So you need to make a slip stitch and then change the yarn. I mean, you need to connect only the stitch when you change the yarn. So you need to make a slip stitch with the other color. So then place your tail like this. So you need to place the tail to the top of the stitches. So I'm going to bring that later together with the stitch. So I'm going to chain 2 and then start my double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so in every end of the row, you still have 56 double crochet. So I'm going to finish first my 5 rounds of 1 double crochet each. And then I'll be back at the end of row 7. Again, row 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to use this color. And then for row 6 and 7, I'm going to change again and then use this darker blue. Okay.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.